Okay, okay.
Okay, I should be recording, so we are ready to go.
You're leading me in some way, or?
Welcome to Daddy Segal from Panaxia. You're a pharmacist?
Yes, I am. My first degree is in pharmacy. My PhD is in computational chemistry.
Okay, so welcome to the CannaTech 360 Israel deep dive. We have with us Daddy Segal from Panaxia. He's a pharmacist and the founder of Panaxia, a second generation pharmaceutical company in Israel. Daddy, welcome.
Thanks, all. It's a pleasure.
Excellent. So tell us about Panaxia. I know you guys, but this deep dive for Israel360 is hopefully going to have worldwide audience, and you're one of the leading companies in Israel doing finished products, getting cannabis products to pharmacies, distribution. And personally, my mother gets products from you guys, and there's definitely been a huge step up since the new reform and you coming on the scene. So tell us, how did Panaxia start?
So thanks a lot. Let me just tell about Panaxia in a few words, and I'm happy to deep dive later on to the product, etc. So we started Panaxia in 2010, and the idea was that a product based on cannabis shouldn't be any different in terms of safety, efficacy, standardization than any other medication that is on the shelf. Today, we have more than 30 products in our portfolio. Those products are coming in dosage forms similar to any other pharmaceutical you're familiar with: tablets, suppositories, inhalers, creams and ointments, as well as oils, etc. We are targeting more than 15 different indications, obviously pain, but also indications which are less common to cannabis, such as PTSD, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, just to name a few. Company is very much R&D oriented. About 25% of the people working with us are scientists working on next level of products, and we are probably the leading company in Israel in terms of market share. We control about 50% of the Israeli cannabis market. Also, Panaxia has an American activity as well as a European one. Company is part of a larger organization that's been in the pharma industry for over 45 years. As you said, my parents started this business as one pharmacy, but today we have 8 companies manufacturing more than 600 different products, pharmaceutical products and medical devices. Those products are being sold in more than 40 countries worldwide, and we employ a little over 300 people in our teams. So with this background, we started looking on cannabis in 2010 with the idea that we are seeing only the tip of the iceberg of the potential of the use of cannabis. I'm sure you know, about 70% of the people using cannabis in Israel are using it for pain, maybe cancer pain or chronic pain, but still just pain. Now think about all those other different indications that we are all familiar with and know that cannabis can be helpful to treat, but those people are not in the cannabis game. Now each of those indications are indications of millions of people. Think PTSD, think fibromyalgia. And those are untreated indications. Now, for those patients to be using cannabis, they have to be receiving the products in a look and feel that would be similar to any other pharmaceutical they're familiar with. And this means that the product has to be fully standardized, consistent, with accurate dose. It has to be the same each time they're using the product. It may be between the batches, so the next time they're purchasing the product, or even throughout the shelf life of the product, it has to be consistent. It has to be manufactured in pharmaceutical settings in GMP, under GMP standards. It has to have enough background of knowledge so that their doctors would feel confident in recommending that to them. And this is exactly where Panaxia steps in. We manufacture a product that is fully standardized in dosage forms that are pharmaceuticals. And the idea is that what we are doing is giving the complete infrastructure of a pharmaceutical for a cannabis product, and we launch that to the market under the same regulatory pathways that were built for flowers. So we are doing some sort of mixture, a best of breed in the world in terms of bringing quality of a pharmaceutical, yet time to market of flowers or any other cannabis product. That is unique in quite a few points. First of all is the technology. We are producing a product that is consistent up to the 9 most important cannabinoids. Our extraction system is capable of standardizing the 9 most important cannabinoids. Our analytical system is capable of detecting and quantifying the 20 most important cannabinoids, and we are monitoring them on each batch of production. This means that the patient is receiving a product that is fully consistent up to the 9 most important cannabinoids every time they purchase a product manufactured by Panaxia. Another point is the fact that we are manufacturing in full pharmaceutical settings. The company has been GMP approved for the manufacturing site in Israel since 2017. We recently passed successfully an EU GMP inspection for our Israeli site, and we now are working towards approving our Malta site, and that is expected within the coming 2 or 3 months. So we would have another site that is EU GMP approved as well, so that our products can be exported either from Israel or from Malta to all over the world. We invest a lot in R&D. When we started, the main focus was to create fully consistent product. Once this was achieved, we said that the next thing that we have to do is give patients the products in pharmaceutical dosage forms, because I guess everybody, when they have a headache, is taking a tablet and not smoking their medication. And that was what we had in mind, that we have to deliver the products in pharmaceutical dosage forms in order to have acceptance by the larger audience of patients. Now, the next thing, and that's what we're focusing today, is on the selection of the relevant cannabinoids for the treatment of each indication. And this is where our R&D is working on today. We have clinical studies that support the knowledge about our products. All our products have pharmacokinetics data and safety data according to trials that were conducted by us. We also have indication trials that are being conducted in Israel in order to test the efficacy of the products towards various indications. And I think the last and probably the most important point about Panaxia is the fact that as opposed to many other companies in the cannabis space, Panaxia is a pharmaceutical company where the organization that Panaxia belongs to has been in the pharma industry for a long time, and neither of the techniques and the advantages of Panaxia that we are now doing in cannabis is not the first time that we're using it. We're just doing what we have been doing for decades in other pharmaceutical fields in cannabis. And that's I think, what is so unique about Panaxia. So this is about Panaxia, and maybe it's worth mentioning that we are now progressing towards beginning of marketing in Europe with Germany as a first stage, but later on we're trying to reach all European countries where cannabis is approved, and this is actually the focus of what we are doing in terms of marketing today.
So how has Israel played a part in Panaxia and your global expansion? Why Israel for the R&D, and how has that played with the European standards associations and governments?
So this is, we're lucky that we are in Israel, because we started early. We started in 2010 with all the matters that I've just described, starting so long ago. And if we were not present in Israel, we couldn't have done that. We have been treating over 20,000 patients. We currently are manufacturing hundreds of thousands of units of products on each month. And the fact that we are in Israel allows us to get feedback from the patients in order to improve our product on a regular basis. And we couldn't have done that if we were present anywhere else in the world. So this is extremely beneficial for us. But we can now use all the experience that we have gathered in Israel in order to start marketing our products in many other countries in the world.
And how do you go about data collection from patients, and how do you go about educating medical professionals?
So education is all about the fact that you have knowledge to bring to the medical community. And that comes only with clinical trials. We have an extensive background of clinical trials for our products. Just think about safety and pharmacokinetics, which are the basic. You wouldn't even consider taking a medication without that knowledge. And today, in the cannabis space, most of the products do not have this. So when we come to the doctors, we bring them all this knowledge, and that's strongly supports their confidence in recommending Panaxia's product. Now, data collection is something that we are allowed to do in Israel, and then we keep monitoring our knowledge. And think about it, we have knowledge of all the cannabinoids that are in our product. We collect the levels, we monitor the levels of the 20 most important cannabinoids on each batch of product that we manufacture. Now, this knowledge goes with all the large number of batches that we manufacture, and we keep collecting the feedbacks from the patients on those products that they purchase.
Amazing. Well, I thank you for being a leader in the Israeli cannabis ecosystem and for getting Israeli knowledge out to the rest of the world. And I wish you continued success with Panaxia and everything you've got going on around the world.
Thank you very much, Saul. It was a pleasure.
One last question. What would you like to see from participants in terms of collaboration, in terms of distribution, or investment?
So I think what we are looking for today is to penetrate. Our motto is that wherever medical cannabis is approved, Panaxia needs to be there in order to bring the quality of our products to the patients worldwide. Now we have been building our network of collaborations. This is with Rafa in Israel, Nurax Farm in Germany and Europe, and other partnerships. But we are constantly looking for more collaborations in territories where we are still not present, in order to be in a position where we can bring our products worldwide. So we are looking for such collaborations.
Excellent. Thank you, Daddy, for joining us, and we'll see you at a live event soon.
Hopefully soon. Thank you very much, so.